Well, 2023 seems to be the year of Midnight Motorist. This minigame. The minigame to rule all other minigames. Well, maybe except you. Which usually hailed as the most confusing, the most complicated minigame. It sucks. Well, not sucks, but still sucks. You understand. And I'll be honest, I kinda hate it. I've always kinda hated it. Why not continue my negative Fnaf streak and talk about Midnight Motorist and why I kinda hate it. Get me out of the void. That's better. First, you have to understand your enemy. Shanzhu, I think. I never read his book, but that's besides the point, because Midnight Motorist has nothing to do with Shanzhu, I think. Midnight Motorist can be found through the shop section. Midnight Motorist can be found through the shop section. Midnight Motorist can be found through the shop section in Pizzeria Simulator, specifically the Stan's Budget Tech Station. After purchasing it for the surprisingly low price of $170, you play it, and it's just cars driving. Huh, guess it's not that much. Sorry, guys. But wait, what's that? After going through the convenient gap, the style and music changes completely. Our car, purple. Could it be? No, it couldn't, because this man is orange.
Are you purple?
No.
I guess that doesn't matter. Yeah, the color of William's sprite is inconsistent. From pink to purple to orange, he's changed a lot. Think pink could be explained by the change in visual sprite style, but the orange is just weird. Though, I found this awesome artwork by Oofy the Noob that explains away his orange coloring by saying it's a raincoat, which makes sense because it's raining. But nonetheless, our miscolored child murderer decides to arguably drive drunk in the rain to a bar? A restaurant? McDonald's? Named Junior's. No, not that one. Yeah, that's it. After being denied access by this lime-colored fellow, more color-coded characters, though, it's noticeable how he is absent from ever being mentioned again. Something rare for the Fnaf series that has a character whose catchphrase is literally, "I always come back," and speaking of him, William then drives home from Junior's to be met by someone. Michael? Mrs. Afton? Who knows? There's certainly theories of who they could be, and while Mrs. Afton being this SpongeBob-looking fellow makes the most sense, personally, I can see the argument for it being Michael. But the Michael theory personally doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, look at this sprite. It doesn't scream edgy teen. More, I was there when chocolate was invented. After speaking to this person, William then screams at a door to open up. Going outside reveals whoever was in that room broke out and followed an animatronic. You can drive back to see something buried, and this. All this is the reason I don't like Midnight Motorist. It exemplifies the problem that Fnaf has. The problem with being too obscure. The problem of obscurity is something Fnaf has dealt with since the first game. And hey, obscurity can be used really well in the series, like the idea of how the kids met their end, or how Phone Guy met his end, or how Charlotte met her end. Okay, bad examples, but obscurity results in powerful endings, like... Okay, another bad example, Fnaf doesn't let anything be clear-cut except that William killed some kids. This is all put on display in Midnight Motorist. Why are there animatronic footsteps? Maybe a nightmare. Maybe a cardboard cutout. Maybe it doesn't make sense. The entirety of this minigame is a something-nothing burger. Sure, we're being told something major. Something? I think. Hell, we don't even get a clear-cut explanation of whether or not this is William. This could very well be Henry and his secret son that got kidnapped by Twisted One-esque robots. Or it could be some new character. We don't know. We can make educated guesses, like maybe this is a bar, and definitely not a McDonald's. But again, this minigame is nothing but maybes and perhapses, and that's annoying. I get the lore is a do-it-yourself book, like a sick version of Mad Libs, but overall, Midnight Motorist is just confusing. But of course, there are theories. The theories for Midnight Motorist are quite simple, like this video by Bonnabelle, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and this one by Fnaf. Well, I guess it's a little less simple, but it's widely agreed that this burial is William's son, the crying child. Great child names, Will. Keep them up. Or I guess not, because while writing this, hi editing me, I remember the Twisted Ones theory in which the footprints are connected, and I mentioned this earlier, but, you know, sometimes you forget things. To the burial, which is a weird thing for the Twisted Ones to do, because, like, you know, why not have them dig like a Pokemon? But I'll leave you to watch these videos because I'm not the best at explaining Midnight Motorist theories. It's not where I'm personally, like, invested, so just watch these ones. They're much better. Overall, I highly dislike Midnight Motorist. The entire minigame is a confusing mess of lore that seems to only tell a simple story of a broken man before he commits the worst atrocity a human could. It could have been something great. The best minigame. But at least it's not this guy! Seriously, screw you, Fredbear.